My partner transformed overnight after I proposed, and now her friends label me as harmful. Am I wrong for considering calling off the engagement? I, M32, recently asked my girlfriend of 2 years, Lisa, F30, to marry me about 6 weeks ago, and it feels like the moment the ring was on her finger, her personality and actions completely shifted. Throughout our relationship, we seemed perfectly aligned, sharing similar values and principles, or so I thought. 6 weeks ago, I proposed, she accepted, and it felt like the peak of our happiness. But within days, her demeanor changed drastically. I believed I knew all her friends, but one evening I returned home to find 6 unfamiliar women in my house. Lisa introduced them casually. I was puzzled, as I'd met her 2 closest friends, Rachel and Vanessa, over a year ago, and they weren't present. Lisa explained she wanted to be certain about our future before introducing me to her core group. This struck me as odd, especially since it was a weekday, and they were rapidly emptying my wine collection. Lisa still had her own apartment, but she stayed at my place so often it was practically her home too. I found it disrespectful when they left, leaving behind 4 empty bottles of rosé. I tried discussing with Lisa the issue of unannounced guests on weeknights, but she brushed off my concerns dismissively, acting like I was overreacting. Over the next few weeks, she went out with these women multiple times and brought them to my house twice without warning, once with a heads up to make me happy, her words. They treated me like a servant, waving empty glasses for refills. After the 4th incident, I firmly stated I'd lock my wine cabinet. Lisa just called me a buzzkill. Things escalated. Lisa suggested we'd misjudged each other and proposed a dinner at an upscale restaurant to bond with her friends. I attended, but it was uncomfortable. The 6 interrogated me about my job, home, and personal life while dodging my questions. The conversation turned sour when they discussed modern relationships, jealousy, and boundaries. One mentioned topics like polyamory and staying friends with exes, issues I thought Lisa and I agreed on. Previously, Lisa had been firmly against keeping ex-partners as friends and was strictly monogamous. To my shock, she now said we shouldn't rush to judge such choices, a complete reversal from a month earlier. The worst came when the bill arrived. Lisa declared it should be split and handed it to me. I was stunned and argued it wasn't fair. I ended up paying my share in cash and left, letting them handle the rest. In the days following, Lisa repeatedly called me toxic and insecure, but when I pressed her, she'd apologize, blaming work stress. It's wild. We haven't even started wedding planning. The final straw came this Monday. While at work, my smart doorbell alerted me. I checked and saw Lisa and one of her new friends entering my house, leaving with my golf clubs. These were a costly gift from my dad, and Lisa lending them without permission infuriated me. I called her immediately, demanding their return. Lisa claimed I'd agreed to lend them to her friend's boyfriend, which was nonsense. I warned her the club's value could make this theft a serious crime, and gave them an hour to return them, or I'd call the police. She insisted I'd given permission, but I told her to stop lying. Within 45 minutes, another alert showed Lisa and her friend returning the clubs. Her friend flipped off the camera as they left. When I got home, I found the clubs carelessly tossed on the living room floor. Lisa tried lecturing me about my toxic behavior, but I shut it down. I told her I'd never have proposed if I'd known this side of her. That rattled her. She claimed again it was work stress, but I wasn't convinced. I demanded the ring and my key back, saying we'd discuss our relationship over the weekend. She cried, begging me not to end the engagement, repeating it was just stress. I reiterated we'd talk later. She finally agreed. I had my locks changed afterward, just in case. Lisa has since bombarded me with texts professing love and apologies, saying she only wanted to flaunt me to her close friends. I'm skeptical. Those same friends have been texting me daily, calling me toxic and weak, saying I'm not strong enough for Lisa, or secure enough to share her with them. A few of my friends, who knew Lisa throughout our 2 years, are shocked and doubt she'd change so fast. They think I must have done something to provoke her friend's behavior, or that I'm omitting details. I'm overwhelmed from all sides. Relevant comments. Comment 1. 2 years, and she never introduced you to these friends? She knew they're awful and how she acts with them. She played a role until she got the ring, thinking you were locked in. Now her true self is out. Unless you're hiding something, you're not the asshole. You're not toxic or weak. You have boundaries. Her actions at the restaurant and with the clubs are toxic. She's showing her friends she can control you, letting her and them do whatever they want. Don't give her another chance to exploit you. Nobody who loves you would treat you this way, friends or not. Comment 2. Exactly. Nobody conceals a major part of their life for 2 years. I bet past partners dumped her because of these friends. You're lucky to see this now and can walk away from this chaos. I'd be tempted to contact her original best friends for their take, just because I'm curious. Comment 3. If you're foolish enough to consider continuing this, tell her you'll require a prenup with complete financial separation to even think about marriage. Her reaction will reveal everything. Get out now and be grateful she showed her true colors before the wedding. Comment 4. You're not wrong. You met her friends Rachel and Vanessa early on. Have they commented on her sudden shift or these 6 new people? Reply. I messaged Rachel on social media last night. I asked about the 6, and she said she, Vanessa, and Lisa are cousins who grew up together. Rachel said she doesn't like the 6 much, but didn't elaborate. This is a red flag. You need to end this. She's been faking it the whole time. She knows how toxic they are. She thought the proposal meant you wouldn't leave. This is her real self. The woman you dated for 2 years was an act to secure the ring. It's like abusers who wait until after marriage to show their true nature, knowing it's harder for their partner to leave. She revealed herself too soon. End it now. Confront every lie. When she cries about stress, ask why she's dishonest only around her friends. If she's truthful, have her invite them over and, in their presence, disagree with them on polyamory, open relationships, and your role for an entire evening. If it's just stress, she should call them now and admit everything she said with them was false. If not, this is who she is. She gave you a fake version when alone because it was easy to hide. Now you see who she chooses to be. Dump her. Move on. Date Rachel. Story 2. An update 1 year later. I'm reconsidering having children with my wife after learning about her father. Am I wrong? Original post. My wife, Emily, 32F, and I, 30M, have been married for 2 years and are trying to conceive. Emily has an older sister, Claire, with whom she's estranged. She said they had a major fallout over family issues and no longer speak. I asked about it a few times, but she'd say it's not worth discussing and isn't relevant. Yesterday was Emily's brother's birthday, and we were at his house celebrating. Claire showed up, and drama ensued. In short, she accused Emily and her brothers of still associating with their father, whom she called a child predator. Nobody paid her attention, and I was utterly confused. When Claire left and we got home, I asked Emily what happened. She said that when they were young, Claire claimed their father abused her. I asked if it was true, and Emily hesitated. She admitted she knows her father did wrong things, but said Claire cut them off when she turned 18 and moved out. I asked if she was confirming her father molested his own daughter. She said he doesn't do that anymore, was in a dark place back then, and apologized to Claire, so there's nothing more to be done. I was horrified and heartbroken for Claire. Emily had made it seem like Claire was at fault and deserved to be ostracized. I couldn't have imagined this was the issue. I asked if she expected me to allow that man near our future kids. She yelled, saying I was judging him for something from 20 years ago and that, like it or not, he'd be our child's grandfather and part of their lives. I said if she insists, we should pause trying for kids and have serious talks. She's furious, but I don't know how I could have reacted better. This feels massive, yet she's downplaying it. Am I wrong? Relevant comments. Commenter. Not wrong. Run. Commenter. Not wrong. Someone who overlooks child abuse. Would she leave your future child with grandpa overnight?
That's terrifying. And since he was never convicted or reported, you'd have no legal grounds to keep him away from your kids if you divorced later. It's horrific. I can't believe you were married 2 years before learning this. OP. That's my fear. He was never reported or convicted, so there's no evidence. I'd be powerless to protect my kids. I don't want to fail them. I don't think I can have kids with her now that this is out. Commenter. I bet she hid this deliberately their entire relationship. OOP. That's why I'm so angry. She had countless chances to tell me. She actively concealed it. If Claire hadn't appeared at the party, I'd still be clueless. Top comment. Not wrong. Predators don't retire. There's no consensus bot, but top comments were not wrong. This remains one of AITA's most popular posts. Update post. Nearly a year since my first post, here's an update. Days after my post, I sat Emily down and shared my feelings. I said I couldn't accept what she and her family did to Claire, knowing what their father did, yet siding with him and painting Claire as unstable. I said I wasn't okay with ignoring her father's crimes. She stayed silent, not defending herself or her family, just staring at me coldly like she was detached and wanted it over. I said I needed space and would leave to reflect on my next steps. Suddenly, she reacted. She begged me not to go, saying I'd get over it once things calmed down and we returned to normal. She claimed every family has secrets and this shouldn't ruin our marriage. I said no and left for a few days. I ignored her calls and her family's. I messaged Claire on social media, writing a long note apologizing for her suffering and offering support if she needed it. She replied, asking if we could meet for coffee. We did the next day. We started with light chat, then she asked if I'd mind hearing her side. I said I'd appreciate it, and she shared everything, her father's actions and her family's response when she spoke out. I felt ill. She revealed how Emily told friends Claire had a mental disorder causing delusions, warning them not to believe Claire's rumors about their family. Many still believe Claire is unstable because of Emily. After that, I knew I had to end things with Emily. I went home and told her I wanted a divorce. I said I couldn't bear being her husband or part of her vile family. She just cried, asking, "All this for her?" I knew she hadn't changed. She was still the person who harmed Claire and continued to do so. We're not fully divorced yet, but we've been separated since, and the process is ongoing. It's just slower than expected. Claire and I became friends. I invited her to a birthday dinner my family hosted, and she clicked with my cousin. He's smitten, and she seems genuinely happy with him. He keeps asking me if it's too soon to propose, and I tell him not to rush her away, laughing. They have a sweet relationship, and I'm thrilled for them. As for me, I'm managing. Divorce is rough, but I know I chose right. Thanks to everyone who commented and advised me. I'm grateful. Relevant comments. Comment 1. What did I just read? Family secrets? This isn't a secret. It's a graveyard. Reply. Family secrets are usually harmless or mundane in my family. This is a conspiracy to make Claire seem insane while protecting a predator. You made the right call leaving this disaster. My family's issues are odd or involve addiction or mental health struggles, normal levels of dysfunction, not defending a predator. More like empathy for those struggling. Comment 2. She's upset about Claire but not her father's crimes? That shows she's garbage. She can get lost. Comment 3. Or she'll act shocked like, how could this happen? Who could have seen this coming? Comment 4. I'm revolted to share the planet with her. Sign my petition to reclassify Emily as a spineless creature. Thanks for reading. If you haven't followed yet, please do, and tap the alert icon for more gripping real-life tales near you.